Come on, BTC.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike, and today it is Saturday, the 29th of June. Now, there is not confusion, but there's been a change of plan. We were supposed to be going to the studio today, then Brogan was supposed to be doing the stream, and somehow, through sheer good fortune for me, I suppose, I have ended up doing the stream this morning. So good morning to you all. Good morning to Mags, Hidden Agendas, and Velvet Rope. Good morning to you all. We know how super early this is on a Saturday. I hope you're all doing well. We have a fair old amount of stuff to go over today, but it is a Saturday and we are going to go a lot slower than we normally go, simply because it's a Saturday and you know, we know that you've got up, you've had a hard week at work and you just want to listen to some relaxing crypto news, and we have that for you today. We are going to go over inflation, the 21 shares ETF applications. We're going to go over Litecoin, 5 top meme coins allegedly. We're going to go over the fact that Brett, which we spoke about yesterday and the day before, it's the biggest meme coin on base. We're going to talk about whether that can hit $1 or not. We're going to go over Amber scam. There is another scam, another week, another scam. If it's not Jason Derulo, if it's not Hulk Hogan, it's celebrities I've never heard of trying to scam you. Before all of that, however, a big thank you for coming today. It is the 29th of June. We do have 142,000 fans right now. We're going to be at 150,000 before you know it. And that is some achievement, I think, considering where we were this time last year. What else do we have to talk about? Of course, the Solana ETF. I promised you July the 4th. Eric Balchunas promised you July the 2nd. It was a race to see who was going to be more accurate. And there has been breaking news on the Solana ETF, which we're going to go through. But before we do any of that, let us go through the market and see where we are on this fine morning. And believe you me, it's cloudy here. And for the very end of June, it looks like rain. I got wet yesterday when I went out, and that is unheard of. So where are we? Bitcoin is coming in just under 61,000. I think we will take that as a moral victory. Yesterday was the end of the month, last Friday of the month. It was also the last Friday of the quarter and the last Friday of the half, because of course June is 6 months of the year into the year. So all of those things have been seen off, and we're still at $61,000. Again, I am not overly concerned about that price. I would have been a little bit worried had we crashed down to $57,000, $56,000 yesterday, but we held the line, as Johnny Cash always says on this channel. So coming in just under 61,000, Ethereum is coming in just under 3,400, BNB 570, Solana still ticking along at $142. So again, not too bad considering the chaos we could have seen in the markets. Now, a bit of an update. We are only streaming on Binance and YouTube today. So, if you are on Binance and you want to get some of our latest videos that we have published, I am going to show you, because there's a couple that I want to draw your attention to when we get there, which will be now. Here we go. Nice and slow. Here we go. Okay, so I've made a couple of videos that I'd like you to go and watch because I think they will benefit you. One is the portfolio video that I made 5 days ago. Views on our channel are through the floor. Crypto is having a bit of a bad time. However, go and have a look at our portfolio 2024 video, and then the two other videos I think you should watch. One are the top three real world asset coins to buy. And then also further along here, we have the top 3 AI projects to buy. So go and check out those 3 videos after the stream if you can help us out. Now let's get on then very quickly. We don't need to talk about dominance. It hasn't changed. We don't need to talk about market cap. Hasn't really moved. So let's look at some gainers and some losers. Quant is up 10% over the last 24 hours. Mogcoin, Arweave, Cardano. I mean, there's not many gainers at all. Or there are not many decent gainers today, should I say. I'm expecting a bloodbath near the bottom. Lido is down 15% because the SEC has accused it of trading securities, allegedly. MetaMask is also under attack and has been accused of trading securities. So it's not a good day really for Lido. Not a good day. It's down at $2. Still a decent price for the project. Ethena is down 8%. Starknet, again, another layer 2 is down. Pepe is down. Uniswap, Immutable X, 5%, 4% here and there. I mean, we're not gonna complain to the headmaster about that on a day like this. So let's not worry too much about the prices. It was the end of a very chaotic half of the year, and let's get on with the news now. Everybody came round to my way of thinking that we were going to get the ETF for Ethereum on the 2nd or 4th of July. However, according to Eric, not long ago, 11 hours ago, unfortunately think we're going to have to push back our over-under till after the holiday. Sounds like the SEC took extra time to get back to people this week, although very light tweaks. And from what I hear, next week is dead holiday. So July the 8th, the process resumes and soon after they launch. So it looks like we could be going live July the 15th, July the 16th, rather than July the 4th. So I think we're going to get pushed back a couple of weeks. Good morning to Danny. Good morning to Chris. I hope you are doing well. Remember, smash the like button, say hello in chat, let us know that you are alive. It is a Saturday morning. It's not quite the graveyard shift. I don't know what you would call this. It's an early shift, I'll tell you that. Moving on then, let's see what other news we've got. So, the headline is, the Solana ETF is going to be delayed, probably until the middle of July. That is it. Good morning, Tariq. Unfortunately, you have me today. You do not have the Oracle. The Oracle could not make it onto the show. So unfortunately, for the 6th day running, you have to listen to my dulcet tones all over again. Right then, some more positivity then. Here are the crypto top ERC20 coins sorted by notable daily development activity rates over the last 30 days. Every time these pop up, I go through them. It's important to understand what projects are being worked on because they are building. You are always the most important. Thank you, Tariq. That makes me feel better. I have no coffee. I have no water. I have had no sleep. But we're here. We're going through this. We're going to get through. Good morning, Gianni. Welcome to the stream. So then, what are the top coins? We know what most of these are, but just to reiterate, Chainlink, number one. Chainlink, remember yesterday we spoke about them working with AVAX. They work with the majority of the big chains. They are going to be the glue that binds everything together. The one ring, if you like. SNT, Ethereum, SUSD, Synthetics, Audius, we spoke about Audius, or if you remember the music platform, it's just signed all of the deals with all the major record labels. Decentraland is building Lido, Phantom, all the ones. No coffee is not good. I know. I am going to really struggle to get through an hour this morning with no coffee and no water. It's terrible. The shopping arrives, I think, in about 2 hours' time. So I will be rehydrating and re-energizing myself in 2 hours. But unfortunately, it's not good. It's not good. Anyway, moving on. This was the news I was just telling you about with regards to Lido. This is the SEC alleging that Lido and Rocket Pool staking programs are securities. The SEC sues MetaMask over staking services and it sues Consensus. So they are the three things which are probably causing the retracement on Lido. It seems focused on the staking services part of everything. That's different than the investigation into ETH2 as a whole, which is the thing they dropped recently. Doesn't seem as bad for ETH. Pretty annoying for these projects though. I guess they can wait for a change in leadership in a few months and then hope it gets resolved. Exactly. That is exactly what I am thinking. This is just the SEC. It's like you've picked your dog up. Your dog's about to have a fight in the park with a bigger dog. And you've picked the dog up and your dog is making all the signals that it wants to get back in there and it wants to go fighting again with that dog. But you're carrying it away. So it's protesting rather than actually trying to do anything. We all know that the SEC has lost, but they can't just lose and walk away. They have to try and keep mouthing obscenities at crypto as it walks away. Now then, experts are saying that ADA will hit $24 post hard fork. Again, utter nonsense. We're not going to hit $24 on Cardano in this bull run, and we're not likely to hit Cardano in the next bull run. Remember, Cardano is at 40 cents. So we would be looking at a 60x on Cardano. Experts, again, take that with a pinch of salt. I do not claim to be an expert, and I am not telling you we're going to hit $24. I made a video on YouTube a year ago. I think we would be happy with $3 to $5 for Cardano. Remember, $3 to $5 from where we are now is still a 10x. The further we get towards the end of this bull run, the less you are going to get on your return. That is why You should be packing your bags. That's why you should go and watch that video I've made about the portfolio and see which categories are missing. You don't have to agree with me on my picks. You don't have to agree with me on picking Ondo or on picking Solana. You don't have to agree with me, but make sure you've got the majority of bases ticked off. RWA, make sure you've got AI tokens, some meme coins. Just make sure you've got your bag packed. That's all I'm saying. Now, again, we picked up on this months ago, and it was in the tea leaves, this one. Biden, Benden, whatever meme coins you can find to do with Joe Biden, the only way you're going to make money out of those tokens is if you short them, because they are all going to zero. If you want to make money out of political memes, you go and back Trump. And that's the MAGA token. There's two tokens, I believe. One is on Solana and one is on Ethereum. They are the tokens that you want to go for. Now, if you don't know what they are, and this is, again, going off script, so if this goes wrong, I do apologize. Now, I do believe if you go to here, and you go to political memes, it will give you all the top tokens to do with politics. So don't take my word for it. You know, don't listen to me. Don't believe me. I am not shilling you one of my coins. I don't hold any of them. I think that's a lie. I think I have 12 cents worth of that second one there, MAGA. So for me, if you want to get into, and I'm not saying you should, if you want to get into political memes, those top two for me are the ones that are going to run. I told you about Trump when it was $5. Okay, it's up 50% almost, and that's after a retracement. MAGA Trump is probably going to be number one, and the second one, which is MAGA, will be number two. Those are the two tokens I would get. Below there, they are two smaller market cap to run. Good morning, Kishan. Welcome back to the stream. Nice of you to come. Also, I have a poll running today on YouTube. Are we still bullish on July for crypto? 73% have said yes. 27% have said no. Get your vote cast. And remember to comment in chat. Ask any questions you want. Remember, we're really here, believe it or not. We are really here. This is not an AI voice. I am not a figment of your imagination. I am genuinely here with you in the room. Finally, the last X file of the day before we move on to the charts. 100% hoping bullish. I am. I think June, there's a couple of months in the crypto year which aren't good for crypto. And I think June is slightly negative. July is a lot better. I think September's really good as well. I think there's a couple of good months, a couple of bad months. Now, VanEck on their X account, on their Twitter account, one of my favorites for news. Ethereum is like an open source app store. Pass it on. It's not bad, that. It's not a bad suggestion. I would disagree. I would say Ethereum is like an iPhone. And Optimism, Arbitrum, and Polygon are the app stores. That's how I would describe it. Because it would be very foolish to go and build your app directly onto Ethereum. That's not the right move. That's not the clever move. You build it on the layer 2s. So Ethereum, I think I said this yesterday as well, Ethereum is like the PlayStation. It's got all the hardware, it's got all the tech, and then you build on top of it. So for me, Ethereum is not like the App Store. I've got an advert playing, hang on one second. Those adverts are really annoying. Right then, again, we're playing this one by ear because I didn't really set it up properly. I thought that Brogan was doing the stream today, but we're going to get through it. So then, crypto markets drop despite cooling US inflation. We spoke yesterday about the fact that unemployment was going up and houses were taking an awfully long time to buy in America. Because of that, they are two of the three indicators for Chairman Powell that he will use to decide on when to cut rates. This is the last one. Inflation. The spot ETF isn't going to be next week, even though we've said it's going to be all along. Bitcoin is down a little bit. We don't care about that. And that's the Solana chart, I believe. Yes. Now, according to a report from the Commerce Department released on Friday, inflation in May dropped to its lowest annual rate since 2021. The core PCE price increased by 0.1% in May. On a yearly basis, this is 2.6%. Remember, Chairman Powell wants inflation at roughly 2%. It's almost there, almost there. It's crucial for traders as it's closely watched by the Federal Reserve and influences its interest rate decisions. Today's data will likely help to provide additional confidence to the FOMC that the US economy is continuing along what remains a bumpy disinflationary path. Nevertheless, it remains the case that one swallow doesn't make a summer, hence the May PCE figures are unlikely to open the door to a rate cut on their own, although they do push the door a little bit open. What I would say is, of course, it's not to be taken on its own. In the last week alone, we have covered housing. The housing stock has gone from taking 8 and a bit months to taking over 9 months to be able to sell. That's showing that the housing market is cooling. Unemployment is going up and inflation is coming down. They are the 3 pillars that the Fed need to control to lower interest rates. We are there. Not quite, but we are there. I expected a rate cut in June, the same way that I expected the Ethereum ETF on July the 4th. I don't always get what I want, but I do expect the Ethereum ETF to be sometime in July. It would not surprise me if the rate cut is July. It would also not surprise me if the rate cut was August, but I think there's 1 month of the year where they don't have the FOMC meeting. And I can't remember if it's August, but I think we're going to get 2 rate cuts this year, and I would expect at least one of them before the election. So it's positive news for the economy. Now, we're going to switch over to Bitcoin. We're not going to read any more about the Ethereum ETFs because I think we're going to talk about ETFs in a minute. And we don't want to become crypto ETF channel. That's not how we work here. We're going to go and have a look at Binance. See where we are. See what is going on. So we're coming in just under $61,000 for Bitcoin. Again, that Oracle, he uses the wrong charts. I'm telling you, he uses the wrong charts. I don't care if he's right all the time, he's using the wrong charts. So, here we are again. Coming in. We are right there. Look how well we have held that line. Beautifully. Since Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 6 days, we've held that line. Over here, if we count that, we're going to ignore the 2 dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days we held that line. We're not going to go back any further. We're not going to be here all day. So, what day are we going to do this? We are going to do that on Monday. Monday. That's my prediction. I don't know what the Oracle would have said to you today. My prediction is we start to move up on Monday. We do have these pauses, and the Bears and the Bulls, they have a bit of a scrap. And the RSI cools off as it's done down here. The RSI is coming in at 30, what's that, 35? Again, you can go back in any period of time you want to look at the RSI. That was 34, and look at what we did. Okay, so we can find instances of these RSIs doing incredible things. We've held the line. My issue is that we need to get above 64,000. It's actually about there. So 64,000 to get back above the bull market support band. It's achievable. It's 8% away, 7% away, I think. It's achievable and it's going to happen. But look at that, we held the line. So for me, I do not expect us to do an awful lot this weekend. Maybe we come down to 60, 59.8, maybe we go up to 61.3, 61.4. We're gonna wiggle around. We're gonna have a little wiggle for the next couple of days. We'll do that maybe, but again, as long as we're holding and folding support, we spoke about this all the way over here. I think we spoke about it here. And we talked, if we bring that line down, we spoke about holding 60,000. And I said it would be very bullish and I wouldn't switch bearish if we held the line. And people at this juncture here were saying we were going to go down. And it happened again here, which was April. So in April, in May, and now in June, we are pretty much holding the same line that we've held twice before. So when you see these people calling for $47,000, we have let's get rid of that. We have prior history of the bulls waiting for the bears at this price. And the bulls are not likely to give up 60,000. They're not. They're going to fight tooth and nail at 60,000. And that's what they're doing. And everyone is saying, well, you know, the bulls need to get us back to 70,000. The bulls need to do this. Listen, the bulls are holding the line. The bulls are holding the line as they have done. They held it in 3 separate occasions. There, and now here. Give the bulls a break. They've got us to 74,000. We're 20% away from all-time highs. It's nothing in the land of crypto. So hold the line. Pray that we don't crash tomorrow. Should see a reversal on Monday. That is what I'm going with. And I'm sure the Oracle may or may not agree with me, but that's what it's all about. We all have different opinions. I think we're going to hold. And if we do wick down, we wick down, but we wick down for half a day, if that. Good morning, Bullish Bull. Listening from Harrogate. Do you know who lives in Harrogate, Bullish Bull? Gareth Southgate lives in Harrogate. And the football commentator, Mika Richards, they both live in Harrogate. And my ex-business partner lives in Harrogate. So you are amongst royalty over there. It will be good when we start to go up, Chris. Absolutely, totally agree. So 21 shares and ARK 21 shares file for the spot Solana ETF following Van Eck. Officially filed following the move from Van Eck, which we covered. The application for the Solana spot ETF was submitted to the SEC, aiming to track the performance of Solana's native token. The second Solana ETF filing. This is an AI-generated article powered by Deep News. I am not a fan of these AI-generated articles. However, would you rather listen to an AI voice or would you rather listen to me? Answer that question. Is that all it is? Is that it? That's terrible. Okay, we are going to look at the Solana chart anyway. It doesn't really matter. And we know this is going to be bullish for Solana. So I'm going to give you, it's a Saturday, I'm going to give you some targets for Solana, and they're going to be the higher end targets. We're not going to look at the, 150, all that kind of nonsense. But as you know, we are very good at drawing charts and not changing them. You could call that lazy. We like to call that leaving our cards on the table. Now, what did we do with Solana? Well, we pretty much came up to our line, which was 152. We came up, we touched it, and now we've come back down a little bit. But we have broken the downward trend. That should be positive. First target then for Solana, $174. That's the next target. We're going to get there. Why are we going to get there? Because this Solana ETF isn't going to go away, and it's going to get approved. When the Solana ETF gets approved, we're going to go there, $200. That's where we're going to go. Not today, not tomorrow. I don't know when the Solana ETF is actually going to go live. I would like to think that Joe Biden and his team are trying to rush all of these things through just to get across the line in this election. I watched that debate. Probably some of you have seen clips. Is Joe Biden going to be facing off against Donald Trump in this election in November? I am 95% certain he's going to get replaced. Who knows who's going to stand against him? Kamala Harris? No idea. Michelle Obama? I would say Michelle Obama more than Kamala Harris. Michelle Obama is going to be a different kettle of fish. She is going to be brutal. So expect her or somebody similar to go up against Trump, because Biden is he's no competition. So they're going to try and get through as much positive crypto news as possible. 50 million people in America hold crypto, therefore they want those votes. Bitcoin ETF was approved because the courts made them. The Ethereum ETF was approved because Joe Biden's team told Gary Gensler to approve it. The same thing is going to happen to the Solana ETF. Look at the time frame between the Ethereum application and it almost going live, and Solana. We could be looking at a live Solana ETF by September, certainly the end of September, if we get fair wind. I think it gets approved, we easily hit $200. Now, the next target up, we're going to ignore 250 because that's previous all-time highs. We're going to go all the way up. This is when it will go live. This price here is what, let me just check that they haven't changed their opinion in the last few days. This is what the Grayscale Solana Trust is trading at today, $408. So this is where I'm going to have to zoom an awful lot out on this to see. That line there is where investors think Solana is going to go to. And as you can see, we are a long way south of that. That is what they expect us to get to. I'm thinking $200. I'm thinking then a run at maybe 250, 300. I think once it goes live, we're going to be north of 400. I think we might finish the year at 600, go into next year, hit $1,000, 1,100 at the end of next year if it's live. I've said in my Solana video that I made 650 for the end of the bull run if we don't get the ETF. Over 1,000 if we do get the ETF because of the amount of money coming in, because of the amount of money in Solana. What do I mean by that? Let me very quickly explain my thinking so you all know what I'm thinking. The Bitcoin ETF, $1.2 trillion market cap of Bitcoin. Most of the money flows in there. Okay, Ethereum is 400 billion. It's a third of the size, a quarter of the size, a third of the size, sorry, of Bitcoin in terms of market cap. So if an equal amount of money comes in, rather than $1 billion a week coming into Bitcoin, let's say it's 300 million a week coming into Ethereum. Ethereum is still going to see big price moves, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Look at Solana, it's 65 billion. I don't think we are only going to see a few. I don't think we're going to see $10 million a week coming into Solana at the beginning. I think it's going to rip. So once Solana breaks 100 billion, maybe it breaks 150 billion, then we are looking at a $300 Solana, and we haven't even moved. It's going to rip and then slowly accumulate once it gets higher. It is not as big as Ethereum. It doesn't have the same revenue as Ethereum. It hasn't quite got the amount of projects built on it that Ethereum has, but Solana is, it's the prince. It wants to be the heir to the throne of the alt market. So for me, If you were a betting man and you had $1,000 today to put onto Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana and get the biggest bang for your buck by the end of next year, for me, Solana has the chance of doing a 7x, which puts it at $1,000. So you could have $7,000 this time next year, or not this time next year, in 18 months' time. Ethereum, if Ethereum was to do a 7x, where would that be? That would be $22,000, north of $22,000. Even I don't think that's going to happen. Bitcoin, excuse me, a 7x on Bitcoin would give us a $420,000 Bitcoin. Even I don't think that's going to happen. The most I see Bitcoin doing is a 4x. The most I see Ethereum doing is a 5x. The most I see Solana doing is potentially a 7x. But you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. I'm just telling you that it's a smaller market cap. It's easier to move in the beginning. And that beginning is now and over the next couple of months. So if you bought Solana at $175 and you have buyer's remorse or investor's remorse, just think next year we're going to be north of $300, $400, $500. So your investment is sound. Buy the dip, DCA in, buy at 140, 150, 160. Just keep buying Solana as well as Ethereum, Bitcoin. They are the safest horses as well in this race. Bear that in mind. Now we have some news for Tariq, if he is still there. Excuse me. I've got really bad. Not chest, I've got hay fever, I think. And it's sitting on me. Right then, so why are we bullish on Litecoin today? We're always bullish on Litecoin, aren't we? Litecoin boom, over 25 million ordinals inscribed. Litecoin is rising. Is it? Really? We're going to have a look at the Litecoin chart. Is it really rising? Would you call that a rise? I wouldn't call that a rise. I wouldn't say I was bullish on Litecoin until I was well on the way towards $80. But let's just take it. Is this written by a real person? Let's find that out first of all. Dalmas has written this, so this is a real person. Litecoin is rising days after plunging to fresh 2024 lows of $70 in June. At the back of this resurgence is the surge in ordinal inscriptions. I'm not a fan of copycats. That's my problem. According to Litecoin, 25 million have been inscribed on the Proof of Work network as of June 27th. Of note, a record-breaking 1.5 million were added in just 2 weeks, a massive development and a shot in the arm for the Proof of Work network. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, where fees are relatively high, transacting on Litecoin is cheaper. The low fees could be due to the lower transaction activity and better scalability, unlike the world's most valuable coin, Bitcoin. The average transaction fee on Litecoin is 1/3 of a cent. It's a bargain. This has been steady over the last few months. I normally use, or used to use, should I say, Litecoin to send my transactions. Before we had Solana, before we had all of, before we had the Lightning Network, before we had all of this stuff, Litecoin was the way I would send transactions. I would use 2 coins to send transactions. I would use Litecoin and I would also use Tron. Both of those are relatively cheap and relatively quick to send with. So the ordinal boom reflects the growing interest and potential for broader adoption. In early June, there was a 75% increase in active addresses and a spike in transactions, rising by 426,000. It's not bad though. I mean, we can't compare everything to Ethereum and Solana. That's the one thing I do say. When I look at Kronos, for example, I talk a lot about you can't look at the market caps of memes and projects on Solana and Ethereum and then look at Litecoin and Kronos, for example. It's not a fair comparison. They're in 2 different stages, 2 different markets. Since Litecoin is a Bitcoin fork, inscriptions work on the same. They leverage their capabilities to immutably and transparently store arbitrary data, including text and images. Yeah, not sure. I think that if Litecoin is going to be a success in this bull run or any bull run, what Litecoin needs to do is focus on what makes other chains popular. That would be DeFi, that would be meme coins, that would be maybe having a better staking solution because it's proof of work. You can't really stake your Litecoin and earn a fee, so maybe switch to a hybrid where you can stake and have proof of stake and have proof of work. There is no reason that can't happen, by the way. So Litecoin has potential, but having potential and being something I'm going to hold for the long term are two different things. So for me, yes, what does Litecoin need to do? Just like every other coin in crypto that is currently stuck, it needs to break $83, get back above the bull market support band. It was doing so well. It was doing so well. We had our wicks, we enjoyed our time, we rattled around, and like everything else, we broke down. But look, if you were buying at the end of last year, you were getting these prices. If you wanted to buy Litecoin, it broke $100. And again, that was partly due to the speculation about a Litecoin ETF. But listen, is it going to go over $100 in the bull run? Yes. Is it going to hit $150 in the bull run? Probably. So you are going to get a return out of Litecoin. Don't get me wrong. Is it the fastest horse in the race? No, it isn't. And, you know, one thing to bear in mind, and this is something that a lot of people probably don't appreciate as much. Just because a coin hit an all-time high 3.5 years ago, it doesn't mean it's going to go back above that all-time high. There are projects which are never going to see all-time highs ever again. Let me see if I can find you an example. This is probably the biggest example that I can think of. Let's go back to the weekly chart. So this is the weekly chart for this coin. And again, bear with me because this is some chart. This is EOS. Oops, hang on. Let's try and bring this down a bit. There we go. Okay, so this is EOS. Now, EOS, as far as I remember, had the biggest, what was it now? The biggest investment ever made into a crypto. Now, EOS reached $15, say, and it did it twice. 2018, 2021. Do I think EOS is ever going to get to that price ever again? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean it's not going to go up. It looks like a meme coin, the way it has died, okay? It's never recovered. It will probably never recover. It doesn't mean it's not going to go to $2, $3, $4, okay? In a bull run, anything is possible. I mean, it could do that, you know? I mean, if you look at, for example, let's look at that level there, $5.20, okay? It's hit that, it was support and then it's become resistance. So do I think in this bull run that EOS could do that? Absolutely, of course it can. But don't be tricked to think a coin is ever going to go back to its all-time high ever again. It doesn't happen all the time. Here is another one. This is ICP, and this was manipulated by our good friends at FTX, and it ran up to $2,800. It's currently trading at $8. I hold ICP. Do I think it's ever going to go near that price ever again? No. Do I think ICP is going to break $100? No, I don't. But I do think ICP is going to do a multiple of where it has got to. And that's the problem. If you buy a coin expecting it to go back to all-time highs, the majority of time you're going to be disappointed, especially if it's an older coin that's had its bull run. And RWA coins and AI coins haven't really had a bull run. That's why they stand out to me, because in a bull run, people are going to be going and buying AI tokens. People are going to be going and buying real world asset tokens. And you never know, coming out of the end of this bull run, they might actually never drop as badly as other coins, because they are attached to different projects in different markets. Let's move on then. We're going to talk about 5 meme coins to watch in July. I love these because I can give you my advice. Diablisky has left a message. I can't read it though, unfortunately. I have last weekend filing and I can't read what it says. I don't know why. It seems to have tapered off. Right, so 5 meme coins to watch in July. Again, this is worth watching because you might pick up and you might be able to go and find yourself a not a hidden gem, but a bargain. Okay, so MAGA. Okay, yes, absolutely. Go and look at MAGA. MAGA is definitely a coin to look. Over the next what are we? We're in July, so let's say July, August, September, October. Over the next 4 months, this coin is going to go up pretty much month on month if Bitcoin starts to trail up as well. MAGA is going to be a good one. Definitely, totally agree with that one. Bowden, don't go anywhere near this. There's no chance here. There's no chance here. Politify meme coins are a major reflection of the industry's public image as they relate to the ongoing election campaigns in the US. Bowden's finished. Don't go near Bowden. That interview or debate, whatever it was, finished Joe Biden's political career. It's over. So no for me. MAGA, yes. Bowden, no. Pepe, absolutely. Always watch Pepe. Pepe is going to break all-time highs in this bull run. We know that. We know in the last bull run, we came out of the last bull run with 2 meme coins, Dogecoin and Shiba. This bull run, we're likely to see, I would say, 4 to 5 meme coins coming out in the top 30, top 20. Dogecoin isn't probably going to go anywhere, even though I want it to die. Shiba isn't going to go anywhere. Then I think it could be Bonk, it could be Dog with Hat, and it could be Pepe. I think maybe those 3 are going to be multi-billion pound meme coins in this bull run. I'm not saying they're going to do 100x because they're certainly not. We're going to talk about that in a minute when we talk about Brett, because Brett, the conversation about Brett is different. I think these will run up. Now, if anybody tells you, let's go back very quickly. I just want to explain something very, very important that you understand about meme coins. And we'll leave this up as well for when we talk about Brett as well. So you will hear people say, Pepe will go to $1. Shiba Inu will go to $1. Absolute BS. They're never going to go to $1. Never in a million years get anywhere near $1. Bonk will never hit $1. Floki will never hit $1. Dogecoin is possibly going to hit $1. That's only in ATEX, and it's been there before. Look at the price of the coin. I am much better at talking than writing. I am terrible at both, to be honest with you, Chris. I try my best, but I mean, I'm a square peg in a round hole. So for me, you have to understand, especially if you're new to crypto, there's a lot of people watching on Binance today that might be new to crypto. Don't buy Shiba or Pepe and expect it to go to $1. That is a rough 5,000x. A 5,000x would put Shiba at I think it's a $50 trillion market cap. The total market cap of crypto is 2.2 trillion. It's not going to happen. Don't listen to them. These people lie to you. And that really annoys me. There is a crypto shillfluencer at the minute who is typing absolute nonsense onto Twitter saying, hold these 5 coins and you'll become a millionaire. No, you won't. You won't become a millionaire. It's a lie. Anyway, so Pepe, yes, I agree with Pepe as a meme coin. Popcat, that rallied an awful lot. But I don't know about Popcat. I'm on the fence with that one. Dog with hat, absolutely. Absolutely dog with hat. Totally agree. So dog with hat, yes. Pepe, yes. And MAGA, yes. So 3 absolute yeses in those 3. 1 absolute no in Bowden. And 1 Popcat. It's too young for me to agree with. But certainly, those 3 meme coins are going to be there or thereabouts for me. And they're not bad suggestions. Remember, if you're looking at meme coins for the bull run, you want meme coins that are on centralized exchanges. Think about it. If the majority of the blow-off top money is going to come from retail are not going to go to Jupiter or Bird Eye or Woo or Aero or WolfSwap to buy these meme coins that you've never heard of. They're going to go to Binance. They're going to open the app and they're going to go to meme coins and they're going to buy the top 3 or the top 4 or the top 5. That is not correct investment advice. We all know that. But guess what? They don't care. That's why I'm telling you, think about the people that are going to be buying these meme coins. Think about what they're going to buy and get in before them. And then when the price rips, you get out. You don't hold the bag. If Pepe runs to 40 billion and you haven't sold it, go and look in the mirror, give your head a wobble, and look at the mirror and say, what would Mike do now? And Mike would stand behind you and shake his head at you, okay? Because just because Shiba goes to 50 billion or Doge goes to 100 billion, it doesn't mean you should hold it for the next 5 years, because we're going to get a bear market. And those prices, what you have to understand is, in the bull run, we don't return to the price that a coin should be. We go overvalued, we go overbought, we go to prices that these ridiculous meme coins should never be at. But I have to cover them, and the reason I have to cover them is because people like them and people buy them, and therefore they become an asset class of their own. So I have to talk about them through gritted teeth, but they have no inherent value. On the whole, they have no inherent value. We know about Floki, we know about Bonk, we know about Shiba Inu, we know about all these things. What I'm saying is, at 50 billion or 40 billion market caps, these meme coins that you hold should be sold. Not financial advice, of course. Now we are going to get on to another meme coin, believe it or not. And I put a lot of these in because I thought Brogan would do the charts on them to show you the charts. But this is an interesting one. And the reason this is an interesting one, apart from the fact that I've just gone off the page I said I wasn't going to go off. Let's go back a second. Load it in here. There we go. So we're going to talk about Brett very briefly. Now, Brett is coming in at 58th place. It's coming in at 1.5 billion. So it's at the same level as Bonk, which I find incredible. Coming in at 15.7 cents. This article alludes to, can Brett hit $1? I'm going to walk you through how you can assess whether it's going to hit $1, okay? Because that is what I am here to allegedly try and do. On a Saturday morning, without coffee, without water, I feel like Julian Assange. That's what I feel like. Right then. Can Brett hit $1? Harvey Hunter, let's see what you've got to say. Are you a shillfluencer or are you trying to be honest? Brett has seen a significant surge going past 3.4, blah, blah, blah. 24 hours, Brett has recorded a 4.1% gain, fine, 16 cents. This performance adds to its impressive monthly surge of 77 cents. What do we say about coins that rip up? They come back down. Brett's 24-hour trading volume is at 51. Can it hit $1? Let's see what our friend has to say about that. So it's now approaching this level. It's supported by a relative strength index is fine. Given the stability, the positive movement seems to be genuine. Wider trends confirm the uptrend. Good. Happy days. Most notably, the 30-day moving average for Brett is currently on an upward trend, positive. Furthermore, the overall long-term trend is showing improvement, reinforcing a positive outlook for the asset. If this trend maintains its course, there is strong possibility that Brett could surpass the $1 mark. However, it's important to note that Brett lacks solid fundamentals, leading some investors to explore. Exactly. That's a key. Now, this is where the morality of this article should be thrown in a bin and set on fire. Okay? Because this article is not about Brett, it is about Wiener AI. Okay? It's important to note that Brett lacks solid fundamentals, leading some investors to explore pre-sales of other assets that may have greater potential for growth. There we go, Hunter. You have shown your true colours. You are nothing but a shillfluencer. Okay? There we go. Now, does this article say it is sponsored? Does this article say anywhere that it is sponsored? Does it say at the bottom that it's sponsored? No, it doesn't. It does not say it is sponsored. So, again, does this break several rules? Yes, it does. Don't go near Wiener AI. And if you ever see Harvey Hunter in the street, I want you to tut at him. This is not the kind of news we should be giving to people. It's a scam. Don't go anywhere near that coin that I'm not going to say the name of. Let's take what I came to this article for, which was the Brett price of $1, and go and see if we think it's going to hit $1. So where is the top market cap of meme coins? It's Doge. It's 17, let's call it 18 billion for argument's sake. It's at 18 billion. For Brett to hit $1, it needs to do a 7x. So that would make it 10, let's call it $11 billion. So Brett is going to have to go from 58th position to 11th position in this current market, because he didn't give any timescales, did Brett, did he? Again, I hate people that do this. Solana's going to go to $1,000. How? It's going to go to $1,000 in this bull run. How? Bitcoin's going to hit $150,000. How? Nobody ever gives you solid guesstimates of why it's going to $1 or $1,000 or 100,000. They just throw numbers at you. And then you go, oh, I bought that at a cent. If it's going to go to $1, I'll 100x. Based on what? It's garbage. Don't believe any of this crap that people put out on the internet. It's all rubbish. We have just seen a perfect example of how these scams work. Brett's going to hit $1. It's caught your attention because it's a big meme coin. You read to the end. It's then shilling you a crap coin, which may never go live and may go to zero. Okay? It's rubbish. Don't believe any of it. Now, is Brett going to hit $11 billion and get to $1 right now? No. Is Brett likely to retrace over the next few months? Let's go and have a look, shall we? Let's go and see if we can give you some educated guesses as to the direction of Brett, shall we? Rather than just type a load of nonsense about a coin that no one's ever heard of and they just expect you to believe it. What do I think is going to happen to that meme coin? I tell you what's going to happen to that meme coin. That meme coin is going to do that. That's what that meme coin is going to do, because that's what happens to every meme coin. In fact, my line is wrong. There you go, I said it. My line is wrong. What is that coin likely to do? It is likely to do that. And it is likely to come down to 8 or 9 cents. Why? Because that's what they do. Let me go and give you another example. So you've seen how that chart looked then. Okay, look, if we zoom in, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Okay. We are currently there on Brett. So Brett is there. That's supposed to be a B, by the way. So it had its initial, it's had its rip up, and guess what? It needs to find its price. It needs to find its bottom. Okay? That coin that we have just looked at has not found its bottom yet. All it's done is go up and up and up. And what do we say? Nothing goes up forever. So Brett is going to come down. Look at it. If we drew Bohm, okay, Bohm did this. Okay, that's what Bohm's done. Look how similar that is. In fact, you don't have to draw it again, do we? Just do that. Every meme coin which has longevity will do that. It will have its first initial, then its second initial, and then it will come down. There's nothing. Even Elon Musk's rockets come back to Earth. And he's a genius, allegedly. So, is it going to hit $1? No, it's not. It's never going to hit $1. Oh, and another one. We've got another one for you. Nothing better than covering and getting aerated on a Saturday morning with you guys. Good morning, Solo Sky. Welcome to the stream. Smash the likes. Indeed, we're not doing too badly for likes today. We broke double figures for likes for a Saturday morning. That's not bad for us. Right then. So Amber Rose. Does anybody have a clue who Amber Rose is? Should I go and look her up? Is this a bad thing to do? Oh, Amber. Should we go and see who Amber Rose is? Because I've got an interesting story about Amber Rose. Please don't be naked. Okay, there's Amber Rose. Okay, so she's got clothes on. That's a good sign. So she's a model and a rapper. And she's got clothes on. That's always a bonus. I was hoping she wasn't something else. So Amber Rose promised to provide transparent and informed communication to the mover community, so she has her own coin. She's an American actress and model. She jumped into the meme coin craze by launching Mover. Should we see if we can find Mover? Oh, there isn't really a chart for Mover. So we'll get rid of that. But there is something I'm going to tell you about this. On June the 24th, she teased 3.5 million followers. A few days later, Mover went live, all ready for her coin. Fantastic. So, when she first hinted about the new token on her social media account, Blockchain Detective, Zach XBT, if you want to go and trust one person on the internet, it's him. Don't trust me. Don't trust anybody that tells you about anything to do with crypto. They are all in it for their own best interests. Don't believe me, okay? But Zach, he got scammed 2 or 3 years ago, lost everything, and guess what? He now goes around trying to find these scammers. He works with the CIA and the FBI. He is a great guy, okay? Interpol as well. He warned investors to be cautious as Amber Rose had been involved in promoting fake crypto projects. Now, you know what? Have we got time? We do, believe it or not. We have time to go and look at this. So we are, and we're going to go and do it for one very good reason. The article probably isn't going to be as in-depth as what Zach is going to cover. So I'm going to find the stuff about Amber, and then we are going to cover it. Where is it? Where is the one about Zach and Mover? Okay, 1 minute. Just give me a second. This is on the fly. It always happens like this on the fly. Here we go. Right. There we go. So we'll just use this one for now. So in response, the 40-year-old American model claimed she lacked good knowledge of the crypto economy when she ran the campaign for the project. She assured her followers that she now knows better and is dedicated to seeing Mover succeed. I'd like to address this community note. When I made those promotional posts, I wasn't knowledgeable. She promised to provide transparent and informed communication to the community. The company disclosed that a newly created address related to Mover has already secured 7.2 of the supply. The wallet has sold a total of $33,000 Meanwhile, she's not the first celebrity to launch a meme coin. Blah, 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 blah. We don't know about this. Okay, good stuff. Right. What happened? Amber Rose stated that she was burning the tokens. She told people, these tokens have been burnt. No, she didn't burn them. What she did was she sold them for $308,000. She sold them. Okay? She burnt a tiny fraction of the supply and then sold the rest. Okay? And that $308,000, that is absolute profit for her. And that is what the chart did. So, we've had a bit of a meme day today. Don't believe a celebrity. Don't believe anybody on the internet. Don't believe your favorite crypto streamer, okay? When I made that video, when I was going to make that video about AI tech, I'd heard of it many times. And it was mentioned on a couple of videos that I watched recently. And I thought, I'm going to go and check this out. I'll make a review and I'll talk to you about it. And I went to AI tech. And I am not saying this is wrong, by the way. I am not saying it is immoral. But I am saying that I am not going to do a review of a project. Now, the reason I brought this up is because some of the people on here, let's wait for them to come up. Let's make sure that they're there. Get off the founders. 1 second. Partners again. Okay. So we've got the exchanges, we don't care about that. We've got the launch pads, we care about this. Now in here, in their partners, they have, and I'm not going to say the names out loud, they have some crypto influencers in there. And I'm not going to say the names because I don't want beef with somebody who is 20 times bigger than me. But what I will say is that Amber Rose, Jason Derulo, the Hulk, any famous person that talks about a meme coin is a scam. That's the first thing you should think. It's a scam. They are either going to say that they got hacked, or that the token went live and they got hacked, or they didn't know anything about it. Okay? Every one of them is a scam. Every single one of them is a scam. Do not buy any meme coins associated with these people. They are just there to take your money off you. It doesn't matter if it's your favorite footballer. If Messi coin comes out, don't buy it. What's the difference between these coins and Trump and MAGA? Trump and MAGA have nothing to do with Donald Trump. They are coins created around the hype of Donald Trump by people who've been around long enough to promote those coins. Amber Rose has directly gone into this to make $300,000. And guess what? This is the person that Gary Gensler should go after. The Hulk Hogan, is the person that Gary Gensler should go after. Jason Derulo, Gary Gensler, what are you doing? That's your job. It's not to go after Binance. It's not to go after CZ. It's not to go after these people. It's to go after these criminals. Do your job. Do your job. And that is the end of the stream today. I didn't want to go on anymore because I feel like I'm getting into one of those ranty modes. And I think it's lack of caffeine. I'm going to be honest with you. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you to the usual crowd. Chris is here, of course. We always do the shout outs. Solo Sky is here. Kishan, Gianni, Tariq, Danny, Mags, you're all stars for coming today. The poll then. Are we still bullish on July? 81% said yes and 19% said no. That is exactly what we want it to be. And before you all go, a very quick reminder, because we never promote this enough on our channel. We are getting absolutely hammered by YouTube, okay? I know what happened now, and that is very simple. When traffic to crypto drops, they send all the traffic to the popular channels, the channels with 400,000 or 500,000 followers, and the ones that don't deal with retail. So if you have it in your heart to do us a massive favor, go to YouTube, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. I don't normally do this. I haven't done this in weeks, okay? we make educational videos. We make videos about portfolios. We have a members only area. You can go and become a paid member and donate $2 a month to support the channel. We have Brogan making videos about how to use Market Cipher. We have, what other videos have we got that you might be interested in? We review meme coins. We review real world asset tokens. We review AI tokens. Again, we are a smorgasbord of videos. Solana to $1,000, how do we get there? All of these videos, I mean, look at that view, 87 views, 80 views, okay? Just to put that into context, 32,000, 10,000, 7,500, 6,500, 6,000, 5,500. Look at what it's doing to us. This is our bear market. This is our being crushed by the algorithm because nobody's looking for YouTube. So if you can go and subscribe to us, that would be great. And I don't normally ask you to do that. So please, if you can, go and find us, Crypto Warehouse. That's all you need to do. Anyway, Da Vinci Jeremy has his meme coin. Does he really? Da Vinci, let's go and have a look. I hope this doesn't bring me to a bad place on the internet. He's got his own meme coin, has he? I certainly wouldn't be buying it. Yeah, I'm certainly not going to be going near this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So this has got a market cap of $2 million. Okay. One thing we can always do on coins like this is we can go and look at bubble maps and it tells you where it's going to go. Again, I'd have to go and look at it, but I wouldn't be going near anybody like this. Is that really not working? Ah, well, there we go. That's as much faith as I show in a project. If it doesn't work, if the website doesn't load, it doesn't load. I certainly wouldn't be buying any of these coins by any of these people. If there's no value associated with it, what's he doing? Those who believe in Bitcoin also believe in Da Vinci. Again, he's trying to get popularity by association. You could say the same thing. Those who believe in Bitcoin believe in Crypto Warehouse. It's the same thing. Again, I wouldn't buy this. Wouldn't go anywhere near it. Wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. Right then. Thanks, everybody. Take care. See you all. Actually, I won't see you in the morning because it's Sunday tomorrow. I will see you all on Monday. And Brogan will be back with his show as well. So thanks everybody so much for coming. I know it's a Saturday morning, but we still have a lot of you in chat. So take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you on Monday.